pipeline architecture styles. So this is also one of the monolithic approaches that can be used instead of layered architecture. The key point of this approach is that you can make some solutions quite shorter than you will apply in other architectural styles. To have a better understanding, it will be easy to understand if you use, for example, terminal shell languages such as Bash or ZCH, or for example, if you're working with, if you write functional style programming and you use Lambda, streams, and so on, then I believe it will be also quite easily to understand your what it is the architectural style and how the application can be designed in this case. So what is the topology? The topology is that the pipes and filters coordinate in a specific fashion, with pipes forming a one-way communication between filters, usually in a point-to-point fashion. Here is the general look how the architecture of pipeline can looks like, and we have to get better understanding what is actually pipe and filter, what can be under these terms. So pipes is in this architecture form the communication channel between filters. Each pipe is typically unidirectional to and point to point for performance reasons. So it accepts input from one source and always directed output for another one. Filters. Filters are self-contained, independent from other filters, and generally stateless. So they don't have some state. They should be in general stateless. Filters should perform one task only. So if you will notice that your filter performs several tasks, maybe it is a candidate to split for several filters. Composite tasks should be handled by a sequence of filters rather than a single one. Yes. What can be as a filter? And what kind of filters it can be? I believe if you are working already with functional programming, for example, in Java, and write the sequential pipelines, then you're noticing that they support different kind of interface that can be divided to the similar group. This is producer. It is a starting point of process that initiate everything. Transformers, like for example map in streams, so they accept input, optionally perform the transformation on some of or all of the data. They transform data, they map data for through the pipeline. The testers, the analog in Java, it is the interface predicate that accept input, test whenever it validates some criteria or not. And consumers as terminal point or for the pipeline workflow. So consumer, they just get something but didn't provide anything for the next steps. So they have final operations in general. In short, yes, the things that you can implement using this style can be quite shorter than you will implement by other one approaches and architectural style. Let's take a look for architectural characteristics for the pipeline, or sometimes it's called, by the way, pipe and filter architectural style. So you can find both naming with same meaning. Pipe and filter or pipeline architecture, it's all about this one. So deployability, you see that it's not so good. Elasticity and scalability rate very low for the pipeline architecture, primarily due to the monolithic deployment. It's still the monolithic deployment. You will deploy it as a singular unit, so it will be hard to scale to, and the elasticity will not be so good. Deployability and testability, while only around average rates, slightly higher than the layer architecture due to the level of modularity achieved through the filters, but still it is in the leveler average rate. Pipeline architecture don't support fault tolerance due to monolithic deployment and the lack of architecture modularity. Like a layered architecture, overall reliability rates medium to this architecture style. And if you'll take a look for cost and simplicity combined with modularity, there are primary, the strong point for this architecture style. So if we'll compare with, for example, with layered architecture, we can see that also cost and simplicity is quite good. There are some difference about maybe deployability, modulability, reliability, but still it's quite similar one to in the perspective of quality attributes. That's all for the pipeline architecture style, and next will be the micro kernel.